Happy to be joined by Neil Magny, who's going to be back in action, taking on Jake Matthews, UFC Perth, September 27th. He's going down under. It's Neil Magny here. Neil, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. How are things with you?
No complaints, man. You've been in the UFC since 2013, and he's been in the UFC since 2014. You guys have never fought. I actually, for some reason, thought you guys had fought before, but how cool is it to fight a fellow veteran here in his own backyard?
Man, it feels great. I mean, to be around as long as I have and still have some fresh opponents. I mean, even the other guys that are fellow vets as well. It feels good. It feels good to have a tough opponent like Jake Matthews to go out there and test myself again. So I'm excited for it.
I imagine you got plenty of notice, especially with the travel and everything.
About a month or so. I mean, give or take. But fortunately, these days, I mean, I came off a pretty good win about a month or so ago. Took very little damage to that fight and got back to training right away. So even with the month's notice, I feel like that's plenty. So definitely put a great training camp together leading up to this fight.
Were there any other opponents in the mix, or was it just like, hey, Jake Matthews, Perth, let's do it? Was there any other talks as far as opponents?
No, that's literally as easy as it came through. Literally got the name, date, location, said yes, and before I knew it, the contract was sent over, and we had an official bout.
And a 27-fight veteran, how do you feel like stylistically you match up against him here?
Man, this is a great fight. I mean, Jake does a lot of things well. He in recent fights, he's definitely shown that his improvements on the ground game. He had those two tough losses to the Philly crew, being Jeremiah Wells and Sean Brady. So you can definitely tell he put a lot of time in his grappling in order to kind of work his game there a little bit. His last fight, he did a great job coming out against Chidi Njokunamu and getting the finish there. So he's definitely putting the work to improve his game all around. But overall, I feel like his strength's going to be his striking. He's a pretty confident boxer, pretty skilled boxer. So I'm assuming that's why he tries to keep the fight.
Speaking of the Philly crew, did you get down there this camp? Because I know it was kind of short notice, but obviously you have a couple guys over there at Henzo's that fought him already. Or at the very least, did you get on the phone with them and be like, what am I going to expect from Jake Matthews?
No, I mean, unfortunately, that trip's getting hard for me to make these days. I mean, just with the schedule of my kids and training and that kind of thing, it's a lot more difficult to get out there and train with the guys in Philly. Just because, like, scheduling wise, I'll be able to go away for like 3-4 days or so. But because of the flight I have to take to get back home to get back to daddy duty, it kind of conflicts with it where I only be able to train for a couple of days, so I'm right back on the road traveling again. Excuse me. So it's quite difficult to get out there these days, but once I get my schedule figured out a bit better, I'll definitely make a trip out there for sure.
Well, yeah, and you're still doing your housing thing, right, too, as well, fixing up houses or owning houses. Are you still doing that on the side as well?
I've been pulling back lately, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been trying to focus a lot more on just the task in hand being fighting. I mean, I realized over the last couple of fights that I got to the point that I was like, I was beginning to stretch myself too thin, so to speak, where I have so many things on my plate, so many things to handle, so many different roles to juggle that, like, I thought it was best to just kind of take the back seat on a lot of these different endeavors I was getting involved in and just kind of focus on a few things at a time. So for me, it's like being a dad first, being a fighter second, and everything else follows up after that. So I've really been focused on kind of prioritizing the things that are most important to me now and spend a little more time on that.
You still own a couple properties though, right? Or have you gotten completely out of it?
Well, yeah, I still currently I own 8 properties total. So I still hold on to those properties, still manage the rent and that kind of thing. But as far as like picking up any new projects, doing any kind of renovation things, anything like that, kind of holding off for a bit. Just kind of force my eggs into one basket, so to speak. Just kind of focus on the main goal being fighting for now, and just kind of picking up from there.
That makes sense. Take me through camp a bit. Who did you have the chance to work with this sort of shorter camp for this fight?
Man, this camp's been great. I mean, over in Colorado, we went through a lot of changes over the last couple of years as far as like different body types, different guys leaving teams, that kind of thing. But for this particular camp and my last camp, really just kind of been tapping into like my research, so to speak, just kind of reaching out to the guys in Colorado that are available. So I've been doing some cross training with the Factory S guys. I've been doing most of my training with the guys over at Pound for Pound. I've been going over to Higher to Martial Arts, getting some training with those guys. So at this point, I've been getting in as much training as possible with as many different looks as possible. Just kind of making the focus on me going out there and trying to get the same result against various people. And I feel like I've gotten pretty good results with doing it that way. I've been fortunate just to have like the the doors open to me to be able to do that, where I can kind of call up Mark Montoya, hey man, can I stop in and train with your guys today? Absolutely, man. Come on in and bring whoever you want, and we'll make it happen or whatever. So we've really been tapping into our resource here in Colorado and reaching out to every body type, every training partner I possibly can.
That's good. I know that's something recent with Factory X where they are kind of opening their doors a bit more. I've heard like Sanhagen's gone over there, Gaethje. So that must be kind of a nice resource to just have a lot of different options. Who are some of the names you got to work with? I know we'd be here all day if we listed everyone, but who are some of the names you got to work with?
Yeah, so recently one of the guys that pushed me day in, day out, I get to work with a guy named Dante Shiro. He's one of the guys that's really coming up on the regional scene here. He had a stint with Bellator, and he's trying to make his run for UFC now. So he's having a lot of training in one-on-one. We go to fight guys, getting training in with guys like Jacoby, guys like Austin Jones. I mean, Cody Brundage, another guy who's been able to push me over the last couple of weeks in training camp. Going back over to High Out too, getting training with those guys as well. I mean, good old Mr. Alaska, Ben Bennett, been a huge resource in this training camp. Really able to give me the boxing wrestling look that I've needed going to this training camp. So it's been using all my resources available to me to put the best camp together possible.
Who is making the trip with you down to Perth? Who will be in your corner for this fight?
Yeah, so for this trip, I'll have Justin Houghton going down with me as my striking coach, Andrew Sanchez coming down as my wrestling coach, and then nice. Jeremy Husky as my jiu-jitsu coach.
Yeah, nice having El Durte in the corner too. Fun guy to be around, I'm sure, during fight week.
Oh, absolutely, man. The guy's he's a great to begin with. He's a great athlete, and he's doing better coach. So very fortunate to have that guy in my corner. I mean, with the accolades he has in wrestling and the rooms he's been fortunate to train with. I mean, spending time at AKA, spending time over.
She was at TriStar for a while too.
Yeah. So being at AKA, being a TriStar, he definitely picked up some tricks of the trade, if you will. And being able to like share that knowledge with me. I mean, even being a vet myself, it's cool to be able to still grow and experience different input as far as like techniques and tactics and that kind of thing from a guy like Sanchez. So I'm definitely grateful for that.
By the way, where am I getting you today? That cool brick background. If like you were to film a music video right now, it'd look pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, so I had like a hip hop setting.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just left the doctor's office getting my lab work done and just like kind of literally sitting on the stoop right outside the building there to knock the interview out.
No, it looks cool. That's why I mentioned it. It's not a bad thing. I thought it looked pretty badass. So that's cool. How's this fight playing out on September 27th? How do you see it unfolding?
No, I'm excited to go out there and really bring the fight out to Jake. I mean, he's been calling me out for years now. I mean, after every fight for like 5 fights, it was like, I want Neil Magny. On one end, it's like, man, this kid must be really, really confident. On the other end, it's like, dude, what about me? Do you see that gives you an opportunity that you can go out there and just kind of smoke me, so to speak? So for me, it's been very motivating going to this training camp. So I can go out there and just wait to perform to the best of my ability, just have like a flawless execution of my game plan. Just go out there, bring the fight to him, come away to the dub, hopefully another finish, and keep going from there.
Did those call-outs bother you at all, like him calling your name so much?
No, not at all. I mean, on one end, it's like being grateful for job security, where it's like, man, who to get Neil the fight? So getting called out makes the matchmaker's job a little bit easier, knowing that there are a ton of people willing and wanting to fight me. But as far as like taking it personal, it more so raises the bar. It's like, what is it that this guy sees in me that makes it like a fight that he wants? Is because I'm an easy opponent? Because he sees that it'll be a challenge? Like, what is it that he sees in me that makes that a fight that he keeps asking for? Either way, he got that fight, and I'm gonna definitely bring it to him. So I'm excited for it.
Always got to ask you about a couple fights. We can just zoom through these because I think if you ever wanted to be an analyst, that's certainly in your future here. You're very well spoken and know the game quite well. This Magomed Ankalaev Alex Pereira rematch. What do you make of this fight? Who do you see coming out on top in their rematch at UFC 320?
Man, if I'll be honest with you, I would think Pereira comes out on top of this fight going the second time around. I know he's been spending a lot of time with his grappling and that kind of thing. And one of the things that I've noticed just from the outside looking in Pereira was just his lifestyle change. I mean, leading up to the last Ankalaev fight, you can see it. The guy was all over the place. He was taking trips from here to Brazil to Canada, all over the place. He was cornering guys like Sean Strickland and everybody else. So going to this fight, it seemed like he's a lot more focused on what he needs to do for himself and to be successful. And I think that's been a huge factor going into this fight with Ankalaev. I mean, myself being a fighter, there's been plenty of fights where I get a bit comfortable, where I start taking a little more wrist, be a little more relaxed in other areas. And once the fight slips away, I'm like, damn, I really blew the opportunity. And like that motivation to kind of get that one back kind of forces you to tighten things up, not just in the gym, but in your personal life as well. And those results are usually epic after you make those changes. So I'm imagining kind of like a resurgence in Alex Pereira going into his second matchup. And I think he gets it done this time around.
I don't know if you still train with him at all, but I got to ask anyways. Corey Sandhagen, Merab Dvalishvili, do you got a pick in that one?
Oh, Corey Sandhagen all the way, bro. Like, I've been fortunate to train Corey Sandhagen for like the last 12 years now. We're back in the same training room now, so can't wait for him to go out there and get his moment to where UFC Gold become UFC bantamweight champion.
Okay. What about Yuri Prohaska and Khalil Roundtree? Who do you see winning that light heavyweight fight?
That's an interesting one. I mean, Khalil is another guy that's just kind of been making the changes he feels necessary to get the results that he wants. I mean, he's moved his camp from LA to Thailand. Now he's back in Vegas training as well. So I think these are the necessary changes that he needs at this point in his career. So I'm imagining that Khalil goes out and gets that one done.
Charles Oliveira, Rafael Fiziev.
Oh my God! A lot of people are assuming that Charles took this fight too soon, as coming from that knockout against Topuria. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with the vet. The vet just has so many ways to win. I mean, he can get it done going into the distance. He can submit him. He can knock him out. So I just feel like Charles Oliveira just has way more ways to win this fight. So I'm just gonna lean towards him.
Anthony Hernandez, Reiner de Ritter, that Vancouver card. Who do you see winning that?
I think de Ritter gets it done. I mean, Anthony Hernandez has been showing a lot of grit, especially in the grappling department, being a press guys against the fence, drag the fight to the ground, and you look for the submission or get to his CKOs. But I feel like de Ritter is just very well-rounded, and I feel like the strengths that Hernandez brings to the fight is where de Ritter tends to shine more. So if I were to pick, and if I'd be a betting man, I would definitely go with de Ritter, come up with the victory in that fight.
Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane.
Whichever guy is willing to fight Curtis immediately after, I want that guy to win. So if Cyril Gane gets to call Curtis out immediately after, I'll go with Cyril Gane. But honestly, if I were to realistically made a prediction that fight, I think Tom Aspinall gets it done. I mean, Cyril Gane has been one of the guys who's definitely struggled in the grappling department. I think Tom Aspinall, knowing that going into the fight, he's not going to waste any time or leave up the chance and try to stay on the feet with Cyril Gane at all. I think he's going to look for the immediate takedown, drag the fight to the ground, and look for the submission early on.
Umar Nurmagomedov, Mario Batista.
I think this is Mario Batista's time to shine, dude. I mean, he's one of those guys who's been overlooked a lot in his career. I know he had that fight against Patchy Mix his last outing, and kind of left him feeling sour about it a little bit, where he feels like he wasn't given the credit he was given, or is getting labeled as being a quote-unquote boring fighter. So I feel like he goes out there with a chip on his shoulder and tries to make a statement in that fight.
And then just two more in your division. Carlos Prates, Leon Edwards. Who's taking that fight?
I think between Carlos Prates, Leon Edwards, I think it might come away to being a fight that Prates wins. One of the things that I noticed that Leon had a tendency to do is, and it's not that he's hesitant, he hesitates on pulling the trigger. So he looks for the exact precise moment to strike, where Prates is okay with throwing reckless abandonment in order to get to the shots that he needs. So I think that the patient game that Edwards has been playing his last couple of fights might work against him in this fight. And I think that Carlos is, one, his power, two, his ability to just kind of like abandon game plan and just kind of recklessly go for the attacks. It might play into his favor in this fight.
And last one, Islam and JDM. Who's taking the welterweight title?
For the sake of the welterweight division, I got to go with JDM. I just don't want this log jam going on in the top of the division. I know a lot of guys are anxiously waiting for the opportunity to fight for that title. I just don't see Islam guys being a very active champion if he were to win that belt. So selfishly for the guys in welterweight, I'm hoping that JDM walks away with the victory in that fight.
Okay,
but JDM,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say you said you're hoping he wins, but do you think he wins?
But honestly, watching JDM go against a guy like Bilal in his last fight. He definitely showcased a lot of skills to not only fend off the takedowns, but also get back to feet in the event that he does get taken down. The other part that he brings to the table is like he has a lot of he has some pretty good crisp boxing, and I think that's something that Islam may struggle with in this fight. I mean, he's going to be a lot bigger going to. I'm sorry, he's going to go up a weight class going to this fight. And even though I don't think there's a significant difference between lightweights and welterweight, I mean, there's a ton of welterweights who compete at 185, 186 on fight night, and there's a ton of lightweights who go into the cage weighing in 180 to 185 as well. So I don't think the weight is going to be that big of a difference for Islam to have to worry about. But I think what's going to really make a difference in this fight is just the durability of his opponents not having to drop that much weight. Like Islam's used to being able to take guys down, show that kind of thing, but guys at welter are used to carrying that heavier load throughout training camp, and I think that's going to be a huge factor going into this fight that may give a slight advantage to JDM going into this fight.
Okay. I like the honesty there on that one. You've done a lot in your career. You fought sort of the who's who. Is there someone in the division that you haven't fought yet that you hope at some point you guys do get to square off, or you just sort of take it fight to fight?
For me, honestly, it's been going fight to fight. I mean, there's who has beaten me in recent and who've done pretty good for themselves. So for me, in my 50 plus fights in just MMA in general over the years, I've never had a rematch. So it would be cool to kind of string some wins together my own and get to the point of being able to face some of these guys in the top who I unfortunately have lost to in the past. So definitely looking forward to doing what I need to do to kind of get myself in position to fight some of these guys and potentially get some of those rematches that I haven't got throughout my career yet.
And you kind of have a plan of like, you know, how much longer you want to keep doing this? Because again, you've fought the who's who. You've been in there with some of the best. Like, is there sort of like an exit plan? Because you have the successful business on the side, like I said, with the housing and all that different stuff. So you've got something waiting for you if you ever do want to get out of fighting for a living.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just getting to the point that I can retire and not be retold. When I get to the point that everyone around me say, like, hey, man, it's about time you hang it up, that's probably the point I've done it too long or whatever. I mean, of course, you're going to have some self-doubt along the way. You're going to have some doubt from your peers along the way and things like that. But that's the journey of life in itself. I mean, you're going to have all these obstacles and hurdles that you have to overcome, and being able to set yourself up and see if you can, like, achieve those goals and get over those hurdles is part of living. That's the whole purpose of this whole thing or whatever. So I definitely have it in the back of my mind that, like, all right, cool, yeah, inevitably the time to walk with sport is going to be there. But for me, it's like, as long as the passion is there, the love is there, and the competitive edge is there, I'll stick with it for a while. I mean, I don't want to jinx myself and give myself a timeline or a number line or anything else like that.
Yeah, of course,
as long as I feel great, I'll keep doing it. The moment I start feeling like, oh man, this is a drag, this is more like a job rather than something I love doing. At that point, I think I'm ready to have that retirement conversation. But thankfully, we're not there yet. I got a couple more of me to go out there and shine. And more recently, even on social media, one of the things that's been taken over is the guys like myself, Usman, and things like that. We're getting labeled the unks in MMA. So there's a whole wave of these guys that are 35 plus who are still competing in mixed martial arts, who are kind of having resurgence in some parts and success in others. So I'm definitely going to embrace the unk factor and see what I can do with it.
There we go. And that continues. UFC Perth, September 27th. Neil, thanks for doing this, man. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Oh, man, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, as always. I mean, anytime I'm given an opportunity to talk about something or whatever, I always want to shine out somebody else's light, not necessarily mine. So if you guys can, just give Nate Marquardt a follow. He's over living in Asia now. He's doing a lot of great things with the youth organization out there. So if you guys can, give Nate Marquardt a follow on Instagram and see some of the great things he has going on there.
There we go. Appreciate it.